Section 81. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Do you need to join a franchise to make hot and sour noodles? If you think the hot and sour noodles are delicious, you can spend $3,000 to $5,000 to become a master, and most of the masters will teach you. Su Yang said helplessly, you can probably find various recipes on the internet, and you won't be too bad if you follow them. He really didn't taste how good this hot and sour noodles was, Auntie said helplessly. This is because you have no experience. Su Yang finally understood it. I met Xiao Bai again. Su Yang couldn't help but ask again, is it the store that the franchise store chose for you? Yes. Auntie nodded helplessly. Is there a transfer fee? Yes, the transfer fee is $130,000. Su Yang felt incredible after hearing it. This store is worth $130,000. It simply refreshed his three views. To put it bluntly, he wouldn't even want this broken store if it was given to him for free. How many days did the franchise store take to help you choose the store? 3 days. Will you reimburse all the expenses? Yes. Choose such a store in 3 days. It's really weird. Su Yang frowned and thought for a while. You must have been cheated. Auntie also regretted. We also think we shouldn't have joined now. Alas, Su Yang estimated that the couple also lost a lot of money in this store opening. I'm not talking about the franchise issue, I'm saying that the transfer fee of this store seems to be. Speaking of this, Su Yang suddenly didn't want to say anything, he seemed to talk too much. This is also a side effect of his recent obsession with opening stores. It's like a mathematician watching a primary school student write 1 + 1 = 3 in a textbook. If you don't say it out or correct it, you will always feel uncomfortable. What do you mean? Nothing. Young man, just say whatever you want to say. Auntie said anxiously, we also feel cheated, but there are some things that we can't figure out. It's hard to say. Auntie will give you a free meal and 2 tea eggs, just as a guide for us, okay? Auntie Chen looked bitter. This time we opened the store, we took out all our savings for many years. I just want to lose money clearly. Su Yang hesitated for a moment, but still softened his heart. Do you still have the previous owner's mobile phone? Yes. Ask him if the person who helped you choose the store in the franchise store has eaten the money. Auntie was surprised. Call and ask. Okay. Auntie quickly followed Su Yang's words and called the previous owner. Aunt Chen, you wanted my shop in the first place. I said I wouldn't give it to you, but you still wanted it. I know. Seeing that Aunt Chen was not good at speaking, Su Yang took Aunt Chen's phone and said directly in a strong tone. Let me make it clear to you. If you collude with the people in the franchise store, you are a fraud, and we will sue you. The man on the other end of the phone was silent for a while before he said shyly. That person did take 20,000 yuan from me. Originally, I didn't know Aunt Chen, but the franchise store person found me and asked me if I was willing to transfer the shop at a high price. Of course, I was willing. He wanted a kickback, so I agreed, and I really thought it was a normal transfer. Aunt Chen standing next to Su Yang was silent. Su Yang hung up the phone and handed the phone to the other party. Try to go through legal procedures. This unknown franchise store is probably another quick recruitment company that cuts leaks. This couple was cheated of the transfer fee. It is estimated that they were cheated of various franchise fees, material fees, equipment fees, and decoration fees. Su Yang felt like he couldn't eat half a bowl of hot and sour noodles. A few minutes later, the auntie who sold rice noodles came to Su Yang with a plastic bag of tea eggs and asked in a low voice, "Little brother, are you in the catering business?" "Yes, I run a hot pot restaurant." "Then do you think this store can be saved?" Seeing the other party's unwilling look, Su Yang sighed. "Let me think about it." He tried to do some business deduction, and then asked, "Can you do takeout?" "No." "Then there is no way. Other catering businesses are basically hopeless. The longer they are open, the more they lose. This store is inherently deficient and has no value. Whether it is a breakfast shop, milk tea, or snacks, it can't get up. If the proprietress of this store is beautiful enough and proficient in private domain traffic tactics, there is still a possibility of revival. but these two are in their 40s and are obviously not good at this. Su Yang has seen a restaurant that tends to be an internet celebrity. The store is in a corner far away from the downtown area, but the business is booming. The reason is that the owner of this store is very good. Not only is she beautiful, but she is also good at video shooting and marketing. The decoration is very stylish, and the design of the dishes is also innovative. Customers are willing to drive for more than 10 or 20 minutes to have a meal in that corner. He took another look at the store, and it is estimated that even if the female boss came, there would be no way. Because the store is too small, there is almost no room for development. Okay, the ant nodded helplessly. After Maran finished eating, Su Yang was ready to leave with the tea eggs. It was impossible to pay. He felt that his instructions were enough to pay for the meal. Boss, are you going to transfer this shop? At this moment, Su Yang suddenly heard someone shouting outside the door. He was a little surprised. He didn't expect that someone would really like this shop. Yes. Aunt Chen looked at Su Yang hesitantly and walked out of the store. Su Yang thought about it and didn't say much. Opening the plastic bag, Aunt Chen gave him 3 tea eggs. He peeled a tea egg and tasted it. He felt that this tea egg was obviously much more delicious than hot and sour noodles. What else do they sell hot and sour noodles? It's better to set up a stall to sell tea eggs. Section 82. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Except for the possibility of being chased by the urban management, even if he loses money by setting up a stall, he won't lose much. He didn't pay attention to what was happening outside, and it was not easy for him to intervene in this matter, persuade the other party not to rent Aunt Chen's shop. Maybe even if he intervened, others would not appreciate it. Maybe others would think that he was blocking his way to wealth. Su Yang has met such people. And what if they are doing takeout or other business? Some businesses that don't need to choose a location can still make a profit. The next morning, Su Yang came to Xingho Fitness Qinglong District store. From a distance, he saw a huge advertising banner on the top floor of Xingho Fitness. Xingho Fitness's 5th anniversary commemorative challenge event. 100,000 grand prizes are waiting for you. Maran also saw the banner and asked in surprise, "Boss, your Xingho Fitness has a history of 5 years?" Chapter 63 5-year-old Gym. Gym card for advertising companies. You can say that. Su Yang said calmly, 5 years ago. He just started college. Isn't it newly opened? Maran asked in confusion. The predecessor of Xingho is Jijin Fitness. Jijin Fitness has a history of 5 years in Rongcheng and is an old-fashioned gym in Rongcheng. Maran thought about it for a while, then he suddenly realized it, and then he couldn't help laughing. He remembered that when he first met the boss said that the predecessor of Xingho was Zhongliang Fitness. But he, an outsider, can understand the promotion of this thing. Xingho originally planned to hold a 3-year anniversary challenge event, but after acquiring the tendon, Su Jiping proposed to change the 3rd anniversary to the 5th anniversary. Su Yang thought about it and felt right. The public is afraid that the gym will take the money and run away. The old-fashioned gym with a long operating history is naturally more trustworthy to customers. Seriously speaking, Su Yang's lower limit is still relatively low. As for the 100,000 reward, it is mainly a gimmick. Without a gimmick, how can it attract attention? And that is a member who insists on punching in for 21 days, and only then will he have the opportunity to draw from the lottery pool. The lottery pool was added after Su Yang discussed with Su Jiping. As for the 100,000 yuan, Su Jiping originally proposed that the family members of employees should collect it on his behalf. However, Su Yang rejected it after thinking about it. It is better to be cautious and not affect the reputation of Xingho. He is not short of 100,000 yuan now. After Maran parked the car, Su Yang came to the gate of Xingho Gym and saw 2 young and beautiful female fitness coaches handing out flyers to promote and attract customers. Handsome guy, our Xingho Fitness is now holding a challenge event for its 5th anniversary. You can get a monthly card for only 59 yuan. This is an unprecedented 20% discount, and you can also participate in the challenge event held by our Xingho Fitness. The young boy refused and said, "Sorry, I don't want to apply for a card. 59 yuan is just the price of 2 cups of milk tea." The female fitness coach looked at the 2 cups of milk tea in his hand and said, "The prizes for our Xingho Fitness's 5th anniversary challenge event this time are definitely very generous. As long as you spend 59 yuan to buy a membership card, you can eat as much fruit as you want in the gym, and we can also do free physical examinations for you. The content of this challenge is that if you come to the gym to exercise for 1 hour every day, it will count as one check-in. As long as you can check in for 21 days within a month, our gym will refund your membership fee of 59 yuan, and you will also be eligible for the lottery. If you are lucky enough, there is a chance to win 100,000 yuan in cash." That the young man was surprised and said, "Really? Of course it is true. Our Xingho Fitness is one of the best chain fitness stores in Rongcheng, and we can still get 100,000 yuan. The female fitness coach smiled and said, "It's just exercising in the gym for 21 days in a month, which is still relatively easy." Relatively easy? Su Yang didn't think so at all. The female fitness coach continued, "Milk tea is high in calories, and drinking too much is unhealthy. You might as well spend the money for buying 2 cups of milk tea on fitness. If 59 yuan can make your body healthier, it is definitely worth it." That the young man hesitated and said, "Then I'll get one." That he was really moved by what he said. 59 yuan, you can't lose or be fooled, he does have the idea of exercising. And there is a chance to win 100,000 yuan and eat fruit for free. Also, he saw that Xingho Fitness has been established for 5 years, so it should not run away. Handsome guy, the body is the capital of revolution. If you can stick to fitness, this is definitely one of the wisest investments in your life. Thank you. That the young man suddenly felt that the money was well spent. Handsome guy, are you sending milk tea to your girlfriend? Yes. Do you want to get a gym card for your girlfriend? That the female fitness coach said, "If you can't find a topic to talk about together, you might as well work out together. This can also increase the relationship between you. Girls also like men who sweat in the gym." He was moved again. He was really not good at finding topics to chat. You can ask her for her opinion. The environment of our gym is very good. Many girls like to take pictures while exercising. Okay. Su Yang looked at the female fitness coach Lu Qian with some appreciation, whether in terms of professional ability or sales, she is quite good. But this is normal, after all. Su Yang offered a high salary. Su Zhiping used high salaries as an inducement to dig up many young elite coaches in Rongcheng. "Hello, boss." Lu Qian greeted Su Yang when she saw him. "Good job, keep it up." Although the other party used some rhetoric skills, as long as it was not a scam, Su Yang could accept it. He is not a pedantic person. And Lu Qian was right, it is always right to exercise. Hearing the boss's praise, Lu Qian also said happily, "Thank you for the compliment, boss." Not long after, the young man brought his girlfriend to the gym to apply for 2 cards. When Lu Wanwan applied for the card, Fang Feng pointed to a row of small dolls on the counter and said, "2 guests, if you are willing to share our activities on WeChat Moments, we can also give you a cute little doll." "I want this dog." Seeing the cute doll dog, the girl was a little immobile. After the 2 of them posted on WeChat Moments, Fang Feng handed the doll to them and then reminded them. "Dear guests, please do not delete the WeChat Moments you posted for the time being. If your 2 WeChat Moments messages get more than 100 likes within a month, you can get a guaranteed doll prize from us, and you can also participate in the lucky draw, with a maximum of 10,000 cash." "Really?" The girl was surprised. "Of course it's true." After the couple left, Su Yang glanced at the gym and asked, "Is everyone else out?" Section 83. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Except for the 2 fitness coaches on duty and the few coaches who couldn't arrange private lessons, everyone else has gone out. Fang Feng replied respectfully, some went to Feda Plaza to hold events, and some went to companies, units, and communities. For publicity. Su Yang nodded. While there weren't many people around yet, he took the time to exercise for an hour. Midsummer advertising. Yi Yuhan is doing advertising design. At this moment, Xia Jianjun put a card on his desk. Boss? He glanced at the card on his desk, which seemed to be a fitness card. This is what the store manager of Xingho Fitness asked me to give to you. Xia Jianjun said with a smile, everyone in our company has a monthly card for Xingho Fitness. You can go and exercise if you have nothing to do. That Spark Fitness who signed in for 21 days and participated in the 100,000 renminbi lottery. Of course Spark Fitness Yi Yuhan knows, recently, Xingho has given Xingxia several advertising projects, and he is responsible for them. Right? Yi Yuhan asked curiously, how can they be so generous? Xia Jianjun said in a complicated tone, their boss is Su Yang. Ah, Xia Jianjun affirmed, yes, it should be the Su Yang you are thinking of. Everyone in the entire advertising company looked at Xia Jianjun, and many people had extremely surprised expressions. No one expected that Su Yang, who resigned 2 months ago, would suddenly become the boss of Xingho Fitness. I feel that with my 300 starting coin reward during the day, I will work hard to adjust the main line and advance the plot. Chapter 64 Graduation from High School. The 100th Employee. Protected against all diseases. After Su Yang finished his exercise, he went to Feta Plaza for a walk. He then went to Xingho's North Street store and High-Tech Zone store to inspect. Seeing that the gym employees were actively promoting it, he went to the hot pot restaurant being renovated in Chenhui Mall. 6 workers entered the hot pot restaurant, and a lot of decoration materials were piled inside. Jian Wei is also on site, and his main job now is to keep an eye on the renovation progress. Occasionally, he also needs to communicate with the mall's property management to ensure that the decoration work goes smoothly. How are these masters doing? Su Yang asked casually. I can't quite tell, but store manager Guo said they are pretty good. Guofeng occasionally takes time to come over and take a look. That's good. Su Yang glanced at the 6 elderly decoration workers. 4 of them were lighting cigarettes and must have just dispersed. Have you prepared cigarettes for them? It's ready. 1 pack of soft cloud for each person, every day. 5 boxes of mineral water are also prepared. The air conditioner is always on. I also bought a few boxes of Huxiang Jingqi liquid. Okay, I'll just reimburse you when the time comes. These are all reasonable expenses. If the decoration workers were a little careless, the store might suffer more than this. Su Yang visited Xiang Nantian again. There are also 5 decoration workers there, and Xiang Nantian is quite satisfied with the progress of the decoration workers. Everything that should be prepared for the decoration workers has been prepared. Feeling that Dong Feng was relatively reliable, he called the other party again, after learning that Su Yang had just rented a shop of more than 400 square meters. Dong Feng patted his chest and promised to continue, while Su Yang was checking the renovation progress of the 2 stores. Guofeng was also interviewing a new employee. Since learning that the hot pot restaurant is recruiting new employees, some employees hope to recommend a few relatives and friends to come. Guofeng had no objection to this and decided to interview people recommended by employees first. If there are not enough people to recruit, he will publish recruitment news. Anyway, his ugly words will come first. He won't show mercy to anyone who doesn't work well or has a bad service attitude. After all, he also received 5% of the performance share. If employees don't work, aren't they sucking their blood? The girl in front of Guofeng was recommended by Zhu Zixuan, the waitress at the hot pot restaurant. She has nice skin and her baby fat face is a bit cute. He also wears glasses and looks a little gentle. May I have your name? Wang Rongrong. How old? 22 years old. What degree do you have? Wang Rongrong opened her mouth and felt a tightness behind her back. She immediately remembered her cousin's instructions. Graduate high school. Your eyesight is bad. Store manager, my cousin used to like reading novels, so her eyesight got damaged. Zhu Zixuan said with a smile, but as long as she wears glasses, she will be fine. Guofeng nodded and didn't pay much attention. The steam in the hot pot restaurant is not very strong, so just be careful. Zhu Zixuan added, store manager, my cousin is very diligent. She used to do housework and farm work at home. Okay. Guofeng nodded, take care of her. that he felt that Wang Rongrong had a more honest personality and should be easier to manage. Generally, those who come from rural areas are more able to endure hardships, not as squeamish and willful as some city girls, Zhu Zixuan said happily. Thank you, store manager. Seeing that a table of guests had left, she took Wang Rongrong to work, starting with cleaning. Cousin, please be careful, you almost exposed your secret. Wang Rongrong helped Zhu Zixuan clear the plates and whispered. I'm just a little embarrassed to lie, Zhu Zixuan said helplessly. If you say you graduated from college, the manager might not want you anymore. Yeah, Wang Rongrong nodded. Zhu Zixuan had mentioned this to her in advance. The manager prefers employees with lower education. He is afraid that employees with higher education are not stable enough and will leave after working for a few days. Seeing that Wang Rongrong was not in a good mood, Zhu Zixuan probably guessed the reason. Cousin, don't be sad. If it weren't for the tight schedule and you happened to be in Rongcheng, I would have brought my sister here. There is nothing worth reminiscing about your job. The monthly salary is only 2,000, and there is no 5 insurances and 1 housing fund. You said you were a clerk, but you made harassing calls to others every day, and you were scolded by people. You don't even provide food and accommodation. Is this a job for people? Wang Rongrong muttered. I haven't been converted to a regular employee yet. What if I am converted to a regular employee? It's only 3 or 4,000 yuan, with social security. How much money can you save after deducting rent and food and drink? Section 84. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Zhu Zixuan suppressed the smile at the corner of her mouth and continued, I got a salary of 6,000 last month, and the hot pot restaurant also includes food and accommodation. The boss also promised that we can get dividends in the future. Even if we include newcomers like you, every day I can probably get 1 or 2,000 more per month. Thinking of the possible salary, Wang Rongrong's mood gradually improved. You know, many of the classmates who graduated with her have not even found jobs yet. It's just that she feels that being a waiter is a little embarrassing. But as long as the classmates don't know about it, it should be fine. In fact, she couldn't stay in the original company anymore, otherwise she wouldn't have followed her cousin here. If you do well, you might be able to get a raise. Zhu Zixuan reminded. The store manager said that the hot pot restaurant is opening a branch. If the old employees do well, they may get a raise if they are transferred to the branch to lead others. If you have outstanding abilities, you may also have the opportunity to work as a receptionist, a front office manager, or a store manager. The store manager can easily earn tens of thousands a month. Wang Rongrong was surprised and said, Really? Of course it's true. Can I still lie to you? Zhu Zixuan said with a smile, Cousin, as long as you can show the seriousness you used when studying, I think you can be a store manager in the future. Can I? Wang Rongrong was somewhat unsure. Of course, you are much smarter and harder working than me. Zhu Zixuan has relatively low academic qualifications, but she still admires Wang Rongrong. It can also be said to be a kind of academic worship. Zhu Zixuan still remembers the class in which she studied. There are only 3 undergraduates in their class, including 3. Their head teacher was quite satisfied with this. In some high schools in backward areas, it is really difficult to get admitted to the undergraduate program. Unlike the famous schools in the city, teachers in some classes can even shout slogans that if you don't study hard, you will have to go to the 985-211 school next door. Not long after Wang Rongrong joined Jiuxiang Beef Hot Pot Restaurant, Su Yang heard the message. Ding, you already have more than 100 employees and have become a level 3 entrepreneur. You will receive an achievement reward, immune to all diseases. After hearing this prompt, Su Yang knew that Jiuxiang Beef must have hired someone again. His achievement of 100 employees was finally reached. Invulnerable to all diseases, talent, you will be immune to all diseases and viruses. Su Yang is quite satisfied with this talent. Even though his body is very strong now, he is not immune to all diseases and viruses. After all, no matter how healthy a person is, he or she may become ill. Many disease viruses cannot be solved by human technology today. With this talent, Su Yang will be able to live safely into his old age without any accidents. Chapter 65 Yuan Cece refused to appear on camera. It's not that Tao Shui can't do it. At 8 o'clock in the evening, Su Jiping, Zhou Shunian and Gao Chang reported to Su Yang the progress of today's card application. Thanks to the hard promotion of employees, Spark Fitness has gained 1,431 new members. The number of new members added every day may decrease in the future. After all, people in the gym cannot do activities outside every day. A lot of the publicity work has to be outsourced, but it's still a good start. These members are not stable enough, and most of them are attracted by challenging activities. Everyone will yearn for that 100,000 yuan, and the discounts given by Su Yang are really huge. The original price of the monthly card is 299 yuan, which is directly discounted to 59 yuan. It's simply a broken price. Considering that old members might be unhappy, Su Yang also asked the front desks of the 3 gyms to send text messages to inform all old members that they could also pay 59 yuan to renew their membership for 1 month. You can also participate in this 6th anniversary challenge event. This text message should be able to activate some people who have fitness cards but rarely come to the gym to exercise. Su Yang is not afraid of losing money on the 59 monthly card. Most people who purchase new memberships only last for less than a few days. It's 59 yuan, and they probably won't be able to make it back. It is true that you can eat fruit for free, but most young people are more restrained. You won't really eat and drink in public. I guess I'll just try some. If you really encounter the fruit, it will be wiped out quickly, and the gym can delay the time for replenishment. If new card users can persist for 14 days, or 21 days, or even 30 days, then they must be the ideal target customers of the gym. These people should all live and work near the gym. Either you have leisure, or your life is very regular. Most of them have some assets and can at least afford the price of an annual gym membership. Although the economic situation is not very optimistic, there are still many wealthy people in Rongcheng. For the long-term and stable operation of the gym, you need to win over these types of customers. They have great potential to become loyal gym customers. As for whether you can get a refund if you persist for 21 days, or you can get a monthly card for free for 1 month, Su Yang estimates that most people who persist for 21 days will choose the monthly card. There is no other reason. People who are used to exercise will know it. After exercising for a long time, without external interference, you will feel uncomfortable once you stop exercising. Ordinary people are like this, not to mention that he has a 30% increase in dopamine secretion in the gym. After praising the 3 store managers, he began to instruct them on their reception of customers. In a short period of time, a large number of new members will pour into the 3 gyms. If there are too many new members, there may be a shortage of gym equipment. At this time, group exercise classes must be arranged to divert these new members. They must arrange service work for these new members. Of course, these are just preparations. The 3 store managers have already prepared the emergency plan. After instructing the 3 store managers, Su Yang asked Gao Chang about Chen Li's performance in the gym. Chen Li's performance around him has been very good recently. She never makes any moods, and never asks Su Yang for anything. Occasionally, when he goes to her place, she is more willing to cooperate except for some more embarrassing postures, as if she knows Su Yang's thoughts. Chen Li has not mentioned any topics such as girlfriend recently, and has no intention of clarifying the relationship between the 2 parties. She has a rather muddle-headed attitude, like an ostrich burying its head in the sand, but she is an ostrich, and Su Yang is happy to pretend to be confused, just live in a muddle-headed way. He put Chen Li in the high-tech zone store because he really wanted to help her and give her a job. In addition, he also wanted to check Chen Li's loyalty. Although this loyalty does not represent Chen Li's favorability towards him, it is more about the loyalty of employees to their bosses, the stores they work for, and the companies they work for, but it can also be used as a reference. After all, if the favorability towards the boss of the company is high enough, it will also indirectly increase the loyalty to the company. When she first entered the high-tech zone store, Chen Li's loyalty was only 78. 78 points of loyalty is actually pretty good. The loyalty of some employees is this value, because according to his observation, the more scheming people are, the slower their loyalty increases. However, as Su Yang goes over to work a few times whenever he has time, Chen Li's loyalty value will slowly increase. It should also mean that Chen Li's feelings for him are also increasing. Section 85. You are listening at novelfull.audio. I can only say that Lu Qian is right. Exercising together can really enhance relationships, of course, no matter how satisfied Su Yang is with Chenli. If Chenli is lazy at work or affects the normal operation of the gym, he will definitely kick her out of the gym, nothing else. It's just a matter of principle. No one can affect his making money. Gao Cheng replied in WeChat, Chenli performed very well, learned very quickly, and her colleagues have a high evaluation of her. Seeing Gao Cheng's reply, Su Yang did not doubt it. Then, Gao Cheng sent a voice message. Su Yang clicked it and heard Gao Cheng say, "And boss, Chenli recently introduced 6 relatively high-quality customers to our gym. Those 6 customers directly opened annual membership cards in the gym and bought private lessons. She should be able to get a commission of nearly 20,000 this month, 0.20000 commission. This woman is quite powerful. Chenli is not a fitness coach. If she introduces business to the gym, her share will definitely not be as much as a normal fitness coach." Chen Yang replied, "Okay, I got it." Looking at the time, it was already past 8 o'clock, so Su Yang gave up the idea of going to Chenli's place. The next day, Su Yang came to the gym at 10 o'clock and found that the number of people who came to the gym to exercise today increased by about 1/3 compared to usual. And there were also 4 or 5 new people lined up for physical examination. He looked at the time. Today was still a working day. A few minutes after 10 in the morning. Su Yang didn't care, and took advantage of the few people to exercise. After warming up, he saw Qin Shuang in the aerobic area. The woman was wearing a purple tights and a towel wrapped around her neck. She ran like a raging wave. The young men nearby couldn't help but take a few more glances. "Boss Su," Qin Shuang panted and waved to Su Yang. "Sister Qin, why are you here so early?" "Yes, I'm not used to running now." Su Yang naturally got on the treadmill next to Qin Shuang. He didn't like socializing very much. He would rather find a treadmill with no one nearby to exercise, but since he saw Qin Shuang, he couldn't avoid it. After all, if he really did that, the other party would think he disliked the other party. Fortunately, Qin Shuang just chatted with him for a few words, and Su Yang quickly entered the training state, and Qin Shuang didn't say anything. After Su Yang finished training, Luo Yihan ran to find Su Yang. She had recruited photographers and editors yesterday, and they were all quite capable, but just as she was preparing to shoot, she ran into a soft nail with Yuan Sisi. Su Yang asked, "Have you told Yuan Sisi that this is what I mean?" Luo Yihan nodded honestly, "I have." "Did Manager Su persuade you?" "I just told Yuan Sisi, but Yuan Sisi didn't agree, and then Manager Su was in a hurry to lead the team out again." Hearing this, Su Yang took out his mobile phone, and there was no missed call. He glanced at Weixin again. The last time he communicated with Yuan Sisi was more than 10 days ago. At that time, Su Yang told Yuan Sisi that he would not take private lessons for the time being. Yuan Sisi refused to appear on camera, but he didn't really care, and he wouldn't be too angry. After all, there is no mandatory requirement for female fitness coaches to appear on camera. But he felt that after Yuan Sisi refused to appear on camera, she should take the initiative to tell him the reason, even if it's just a perfunctory answer. This way he can tell Luo Yihan. Su Yang couldn't help but frown. Did he not take him, the boss, seriously? Does it have to be Yuan Sisi? Tao Shui is not okay. Tao Shui is not worse than Yuan Sisi, just a different style. Luo Yihan hesitated for a moment. It seems to be okay. She chose Yuan Sisi, but when she first came to the gym, Yuan Sisi left the deepest impression on her. As for Tao Shui, she didn't like her very much. She always felt that Tao Shui was a little But now, she felt that Yuan Sisi was not that good. Maybe it would be better to change Tao Shui. After all, she might be better at acting. Then Tao Shui, I'll talk to her in person. Okay. Chapter 66 Su Yang's decision. Open a catering company. Little brother, it's just 21 days a month, you can't do it, right? Who said that? Then apply for a card. Tao Shui took out a flyer. As long as you stick to it for 21 days, you can get back the monthly card fee, and you can also participate in the lottery for the 100,000 grand prize. I know you are deliberately provoking me, but it's just 21 days a month, I should be able to do it. I hope so. Seeing the boy running to apply for a card, Tao Shui raised the corners of her mouth proudly. These young boys are really easy to control. Just then, her cell phone rang. She took out her fruit phone and looked at the caller ID. It turned out to be a call from her boss. Her heart immediately pounded. This was the first time Su Yang called her. After walking a few steps to the back of the event site, she cleared her throat, answered the phone, and shouted in what she thought was the most pleasant voice. "Boss." Su Yang went straight to the point. "You know about Luoyihan's short video, right?" "I know. You need to appear on the video, and there is an appearance fee." Tao Shui glanced at Manager Su, who was personally in charge of the event site, and remembered that when she went out with Manager Su just now, she persuaded Yuan Cece to appear on the video, but was rejected by Yuan Cece, so she pretended to be confused and said, "Didn't Sister Luo invite Sister Cece?" "Yuan Cece is busy with classes recently and can't spare the time." Tao Shui said in agreement, "That's right, Sister Cece is the top seller in our gym, it's normal that she can't spare the time." "Then are you willing to appear on camera?" Tao Shui smiled and said, "Since the boss has spoken, of course I am willing." Su Yang said helplessly, "I'm not forcing you, don't force it too much." "No, not at all, I'm kidding." Tao Shui said in a light tone, "After all, appearing on camera is also to promote our Xingho. If the gym's business is good, it will be good for everyone." "Yeah." Su Yang felt relieved a lot. "Look, this is his good employee." "Boss, give me 15 minutes, I'll tell Manager Su and go back." "Don't worry, pay attention to safety." "Thank you for your concern, boss, I will pay attention." Section 86. You are listening at novelfull.audio. "Yeah." After hanging up the phone, Su Yang said to Luoyihan, "Okay, Tao Shui will be back soon." "Okay." Su Yang was about to continue exercising, but he saw the anchor Chen Xiaoxiao calling him. It should be the MCN that asked her to contact the top management to get the news. In the private training area of the gym, Yuan Cece stared at the direction of the phone in a daze. The middle-aged woman next to her shouted, "Cece." "Yeah." Yuan Cece turned her head and looked at the students, and soon came back to her senses. "You are not in the right state today." The middle-aged woman smiled while sitting on the yoga mat. "Why are you distracted?" Sorry. The middle-aged woman glanced at the phone. "Whose call are you waiting for?" "No." "Then continue." "Yeah." After teaching the private training class, Yuan Cece walked around the gym and did not find Su Yang. Did Su Yang not come today, or did the store manager and Luoyihan not tell Su Yang yet? But she soon saw that Tao Shui was holding a piece of paper and discussing something with Luoyihan, the photographer, and other selected employees. She took a look at the plot script written by Luoyihan, and there was only one female character in it. Tao Shui's name was not on it. Her heart clicked and she seemed to understand. "Are you discussing the plot?" She pretended to pass by casually. "Yes." Tao Shui smiled. "Sister Cece, are you done?" "Yeah." Yuan Cece asked, "What role are you playing?" "The one who serves tea and water to the boss." Yuan Cece finally confirmed that Luoyihan had been replaced. It was not a change in the script. Tao Shui then smiled sweetly and said, "Sister Cece is too busy. The boss came to me personally, and I couldn't refuse." "Who made me not good at business?" Behind Tao Shui stood Luoyihan, the photographer, the editor, and several male coaches. The way they looked at Yuan Cece was quite cold. There was no way. Through the conversation between Tao Shui and Luoyihan just now, they knew that Yuan Cece not only rejected Manager Su, but also seemed to have angered the boss. At this time, they knew where to stand with their eyes closed. The sales champion didn't pay them wages, and they also felt that Yuan Cece was a little too arrogant. The boss was such a good person, and he also gave them subsidies for appearing on the screen. Why should she refuse? "Well." Yuan Cece frowned, turned around and left directly. Her face gradually turned a little blue. She already felt that the atmosphere was wrong. She naturally locked on Tao Shui. In the Xingho office, Su Yang rarely went to find a store, but lay on the sofa. He was really tired recently. When he first got the system, he was immersed in the fun of finding high-quality stores and opening stores to make money every day. he ran around every day, but he didn't feel tired at all, but enjoyed it a little. But recently, his excitement began to gradually ebb. Without much hesitation, he decided to recruit someone to help him share the work. It would be best to recruit a group of professionals who are good at finding high-quality stores, let these people screen them first, and then hand over the stores they think are suitable for opening hot pot restaurants to Su-young for on-site review. This will not only greatly increase efficiency, but also help him save a lot of time. There is no way, who let the business deduction skills have usage restrictions, and must see the store in person. Even live broadcast is not allowed, let alone recording. Thinking of recruiting people, Su-young sat up from the sofa. Just set up a catering company directly. He remembered that the chain catering store had a department called the development department, which was responsible for the company's store location selection. There is no fear of recruiting people to the company without work. Do it when you want to do it. This is Su-young's usual style. Su-young called Guofeng and told Guofeng his decision. He only has one capable person in the catering industry. He can only discuss with Guofeng. So fast, boss. Guofeng was well prepared for Su-young to set up a catering company, but he didn't expect it to be so fast. Jiuxiang Beef Hot Pot only has one store, and it has been open for less than a month. The other 3 stores are still under renovation. I have seriously considered it, and it is better to set up a catering company for management. Su-young thought for a while and asked, do you have experience in managing a company? No. Guofeng said a little embarrassedly, boss, I have only been a store manager. But I can learn. That he does have ambitions and higher level ideas, but he doesn't want to mess up his boss's career. That's fine. Su-young nodded. Then do you know anyone who is good at managing a catering chain? No. Okay. Guofeng's answer did not surprise Su-young. If the boss really wants to open a catering company, I suggest that the boss dig out those who have served as management in catering chains. Guofeng suggested sincerely, they can definitely help the boss avoid detours, and these catering giants have a mature management system, which is very beneficial to the development of the company. I understand. After hanging up Guofeng's phone, Su-young began to look for information about headhunting companies in Rongcheng. While Su-young was working in the office, Yuan Cece began to feel upset. There is no other reason. Now almost all the gym knows that she has pissed off the boss. There are also rumors that she rejected the boss's request to appear on camera in person. The boss was very embarrassed. The boss was very unhappy. Chapter 67. Boss, don't you want to get in the car? God can testify that she hasn't seen the boss for a long time. She has not been called to the office by the boss for a talk. If it was an ordinary boss or store manager, Yuan Cece would not care even if she offended him. After all, she is the sales champion. But Su-young is different. Section 87. You are listening at novelfull.audio. His prestige in the gym is too high. After taking over the gym, he not only gave all the gym employees a collective salary increase. Even when the gym was losing money, he did not get angry. Instead, he would comfort the gym employees at the staff meeting, encourage them, and let them keep going. As soon as the rumor that she angered Su-young came out, many gym employees began to keep their distance from her intentionally or unintentionally. Li also told her that some people in the gym's small employee group had expressed dissatisfaction with her. They thought she was too arrogant and unsociable. Others either agreed or remained silent. Basically no one said good things for Yuan Cece. Li also advised Yuan Cece to apologize to the boss as soon as possible. If the boss is unhappy one day, he will definitely kick her out. The boss doesn't even care about the loss, so he won't care about the sales champion. When it was almost time to get off work, Su Jiping returned to the gym and called Yuan Cece to the office. I heard that you made the boss angry. Just because of the appearance? Su Jiping sat in the office chair with an ugly face. It was even uglier than when Yuan Cece rejected him this morning. He scratched his hair, looking irritable. He was not angry with Yuan Cece. He was worried that Su-young would question his management ability. He looked at Yuan Cece and couldn't help but frown. Yuan Cece took a deep breath and said aggrievedly, "Can I say that I didn't even see the boss?" Su Jiping took a deep breath. The boss is in the office. I know. That's good. I feel like someone is deliberately spreading rumors that I offended the boss. Who? It should be Tao Shui. In any case, Yuan Cece dug out the most suspicious person first, whether she was wronged or not, she couldn't let her have an easy time. Let her get a name here with Su Zhiping first. Su Zhiping leaned back in his chair, feeling a little tired. He didn't feel so tired even after running around outside for a day. Anyway, the boss really has something against you. Su Zhiping rubbed his temple and said, I asked Luoyihan. Luoyihan should not lie. Yeah, Yuan Cece nodded. I suggest you apologize to the boss. Su Zhiping said coldly, go back and think about it yourself. After Yuan Cece left, Su Zhiping went to Su Yang's office again. He went to admit his mistake. After all, Yuan Cece did not obey management. Strictly speaking, he also had a share of responsibility. He did not notify Su Yang in time this morning, and forgot about it when he got busy. This is also wrong. But he did not mention Yuan Cece's matter. You can't ask him to persuade the boss to be more generous and tolerate Yuan Cece, right? What does Yuan Cece do? Su Yang saw Su Zhiping coming to admit his mistake, but he didn't care too much, but he was quite satisfied with Su Zhiping's attitude. After Su Zhiping left, Su Yang sorted out the things he needed to do recently. The 3 store managers were responsible for the promotion and operation of the gym. The search for a suitable store was also suspended. The most important thing for him this month was to set up the catering company and then recruit a group of people to help him find a suitable store. He did not ask this group of people to pick any high-quality stores. After all, even the old people in the catering industry often made mistakes. He only hoped that this group of people could eliminate a large number of low-quality stores. At almost 6 o'clock, Su Yang contacted a headhunting company called Julong, and he would go there in person tomorrow. He packed up his laptop and walked out of the office. As soon as he left the office, he met Yuan Cece at the corner. Boss. Yeah, Su Yang nodded to her, and then strode towards the gym door. Yuan Cece opened her mouth, but didn't know what to say. Boss. Yuan Cece saw a white figure catching up with Su Yang. Su Yang turned his head and saw that it was Tao Shui. Tao Shui didn't wear gym clothes, but a white dress and a pink bag, looking lively, pure and beautiful. Seeing her, Su Yang couldn't help but smile. Are you off work? Yeah. Tao Shui nodded, and then pretended to be scared. The boss doesn't want me to go back to work overtime, does he? No, just follow the rules. Su Yang waved his hand and smiled. A good rest can better serve the company and customers. He thought Tao Shui was quite interesting. Tao Shui looked at Su Yang with her beautiful eyes and said seriously, Boss, you are so nice. It's okay. Boss, you are too modest. My previous gym wanted to tie up employees in the gym for 24 hours a day. Su Yang thought for a while and said, just work hard here. Yeah. After walking a dozen steps, Tao Shui took the initiative to say, as if she felt that the atmosphere was a little silent. Boss, I sold 43 monthly cards this afternoon. Not bad. Su Yang encouraged, do a good job, I believe in you. Selling 43 monthly cards in half a day is definitely a good result. I will definitely work hard, boss. Yeah. Tao Shui is good at finding topics. Su Yang, who doesn't like to chat, has a good chat with her. Unconsciously, she followed Su Yang to the parking lot on the side of the gym. Boss, your U8 is so beautiful. Do you know U8? Su Yang was a little surprised. Generally, it's good for a girl to recognize 5 car logos. Of course I know it. This is the first domestic new energy luxury car. How can I not know it? In fact, only Tao Shui knew that she had made up a lot of knowledge recently. She had recognized a lot of luxury car logos before, but not many other ordinary car logos. Boss, can this car turn around on the spot? Yes. Section 88. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Can it really drive on water? It should work too. Su Yang looked at his U8. In fact, he wanted to try it on the water, but he was afraid of a car strike. To be honest, when he was driving U8, he would occasionally hope that Rongqing would be flooded. Boss, can I sit in the U8? Tao Shui asked expectantly. I have never ridden in $1 million luxury car before. Alright, that I don't know if he is too sensitive, but he always feels that Tao Shui is trying to get someone to kill her. Thank you boss. Tao Shui happily opened the car door and sat directly in. After sitting on the seat, she quickly greeted the driver. Hello, brother Ma. Ma Ran nodded to Tao Shui in the rearview mirror. He forgot what this woman's name was. It seems like I learned something from it. Boss, your car is indeed very luxurious. The back seat is so spacious and there is a screen. Can you watch movies in this? Tao Shui turned around and asked Su Yang outside the car with some doubts. Boss, why don't you get in the car? Hearing these words, Ma Ran couldn't help but want to laugh. Su Yang took a deep breath and sat in the back seat of the car, next to Tao Shui. You drive to work. I don't have a car, so I take the bus to work. Where is your home? Su Yang leaned back on the chair. I'll ask Ma Ran to take you back. Thank you boss. Tao Shui said happily. Everyone has already sat in the car. It would be somewhat unkind to drive people out of the car now. Chapter 68. I have forgiven you. Why are you crying? Tao Shui reported an address, and Ma Ran opened the navigation and headed to Tao Shui's home. Su Yang didn't notice that a pretty figure was standing in front of the gym door, watching his car gradually go away. Since the car started, Tao Shui, who was always good at finding topics, stopped talking. Not long after, they encountered a traffic jam. Boss, I'm sorry. It's okay. Su Yang said nonchalantly, traffic jams are normal. Nearly 40 minutes later, Ma Ran drove to an old city. The houses here are relatively old and there are not many high-rise buildings. The roads are also relatively narrow and many cars are parked haphazardly. Even an experienced driver like Ma Ran has to be careful when driving. Seeing that the mobile phone navigation prompts that the destination has been reached, Ma Ran asked, are we there yet? Just in the alley ahead. Okay. The car stopped steadily. Tao Shui jumped out of the car and turned around to thank you, boss. Su Yang said in a gentle tone, you're welcome, go back and have a good rest. Tao Shui was obviously not in high spirits, and there was no smile on her face like when she first got in the car. She felt that she had taken the initiative enough, and there was no reason why her boss should not know her thoughts, but Su Yang didn't say anything. No expression means rejection. Opening the window, the evening breeze blew away the remaining scent of perfume and gradually calmed Su Yang's inner restlessness. The night view of Rongqing is quite beautiful. Ma Ran glanced at Su Yang sitting in the back seat from the rearview mirror. Boss, that girl is definitely interested in you. I guess so. If you take the initiative and hold her hand, she will definitely not refuse. Maybe. Su Yang closed the window and the temperature in the car gradually dropped. At this time, Ma Ran began to admire Su Yang's determination. He felt that if he were replaced by his boss, he would definitely not be able to bear it. He was very impressed by that girl. She was really charming. Boss, you are really a gentleman. After much thought, Ma Ran couldn't find a suitable adjective. I'm not a gentleman. Su Yang couldn't help laughing. Mainly, I don't know what she wants. Ma Ran said in surprise. Is there anything the boss can't give you? Yes, I have. What? Emotional value. Ma Ran was immediately silenced by this word. Don't say anything about rabbits not eating grass around their nests. In fact, Su Yang's lower limit is still very low. If swallowing Tao Shui is safe and harmless, he will definitely do it without hesitation. Mainly because he didn't want to cause trouble. I don't want to distract too much attention from these useless things. Tao Shui is different from Chunli. She looks too young. Being young means being easily emotional. It is easy to do some troublesome things regardless of the consequences. Su Yang would rather spend all his energy and brains to plot against his opponent. I'm too lazy to spend too much energy lying to women. His goal is always to recruit people, make money, build a career, and then recruit people again. As for women, there must be some, but he prefers to be obedient, sensible, emotionally stable, and not messy. The next day, Ma Ran took Su Yang directly to Jilong headhunting. The reason Su Yang found this headhunting company was naturally that it had a relatively high ranking, was well known in Rongqing, and was relatively close to his residence. Through the front desk, Su Yang met Jilong's manager Jiang Xilinjiang. This is a tall, slender, somewhat handsome middle-aged man, wearing a crisp suit and glasses. He looks elegant. He briefly understood Su Yang's needs. Su Yang needs a general manager to manage a chain catering company, preferably someone who has served as a manager in a catering giant and has rich relevant experience. Mr. Su, can you tell me about the scale of your Zhuxiang catering? Jiang Zilin said politely, I can also talk to relevant talents. The company has not been registered yet. Su Yang said calmly, but there is already a hot pot restaurant, business is pretty good, and there are 3 more under renovation. Jiang Zilin's face was calm, as if he didn't care about the scale of Zhuxiang, but continued to ask, then how much salary can you give? Just give an approximate amount. If the other party can satisfy me, $1 million annual salary is not a problem. Hearing this, Jiang Zilin's face finally became serious. Chapter 89. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Mr. Su, are you sure that a catering company with only one store offers $1 million annual salary to its general manager? This is not realistic no matter how you look at it. Sure. Su Yang put the U8 car key on the table. It's not that he wants to show off his wealth, but it's more convincing and saves a lot of words. Sure enough, when he saw the iconic car key, Jiang Zilin's face relaxed. It can only be said that it is still necessary to buy a good car for business. He smiled respectfully and said, then Mr. Su, do you want to recruit some other people? For example, recruit a few more vice presidents in charge of operations management, administrative management, financial management, and marketing management. Or recruit a few more talents in charge of procurement, public relations, auditing, planning, and engineering. Su Yang shouted in his heart, what a guy. Just grab him and try to pull him. Recruit the general manager first. Su Yang didn't think of giving up the other party's idea. If you can satisfy me, I will continue to look for you. We promise to satisfy Mr. Su. Jiang Zilin said this with confidence. The catering industry has not been doing well recently. Even catering giants are laying off employees. As long as Su Yang pays enough, he is confident that he can find talents that satisfy him. In the following time, Su Yang went to 2 stores that were being renovated, and then inspected the publicity work of 3 gyms. He came to the gym to exercise in the afternoon. Su Yang, who was sweating profusely and in a good mood, heard a knock on the door as soon as he returned to the office. Come in. The person came in and closed the door. Su Yang looked up and saw Yuan Cece standing in front of him. What's the matter? Boss, I'm here to apologize. What to apologize for? I shouldn't refuse to appear on camera. Yuan Cece really doesn't like to appear on camera, but if Su Yang persuades her, she will definitely agree. Yuan Cece herself has ideas about Su Yang, but since the private training class ended at the beginning of the month, Su Yang almost cut off contact with her. It is obvious that the relationship between the 2 parties was quite good before, and there was a trend of developing into a lover. As a result, it was cut off abruptly. The more Yuan Cece thought about it, the angrier she got, and the more she thought about it, the more uncomfortable she felt. When she heard that it was Su Yang who asked her to appear on camera, she was a little willful, hoping that Su Yang would lower himself to coax her, but things went in the opposite direction. Thinking of Tao Shui who got into Su Yang's car yesterday, she was angry and annoyed. Su Yang said patiently, I'm not angry about this. You are not a contracted actor of our gym. Seeing Yuan Cece bowed her head and didn't speak, Su Yang thought for a while and said, forget it, I forgive you, you go back to work. That he didn't intend to argue with Yuan Cece. After all, she was also the business pillar of the gym. The relationship between the 2 sides was not bad before, and Yuan Cece didn't make any mistakes. Half a minute later, Su Yang saw Yuan Cece standing there. What's wrong? Yuan Cece raised her head and glanced at him. Su Yang saw that her eyes were red, as if she was about to cry. Why are you crying? He was a little confused. Recently, there are rumors in the gym that you are dissatisfied with me. This doesn't seem to be a rumor, right? Yuan Cece looked at Su Yang in a daze. You have forgiven me, haven't you? How about this? Su Yang thought for a while. Please order a nutritious meal for me, and we will have lunch together at noon. Yuan Cece calmed down this time. she didn't mention Tao Xue's matter, because she didn't know what the relationship between Tao Xue and Su Yang was. She already hated Tao Xue in her heart. In the following time, Su Yang was quite busy. After he rented the company's office space in the Hyatt building, he entrusted an agency to help register the company. Because the company registration does not require actual payment now, he registered 5 million, considering the restrictions of domestic laws on sole proprietorships and one-person limited companies. Su Yang pulled his parents into the catering company and gave them 5% of the shares respectively. By the way, he invited them to Rongqing to play for 2 days and see his hot pot restaurant. Anyway, they were very happy to see that the hot pot restaurant was doing a booming business. However, seeing that Su Yang was so busy, they only played for 2 days and left. Before leaving, his mother also told him to take good care of his health, and asked about Su Yang's personal relationship problems. His father took the initiative to speak for him, saying that boys should focus on their careers. Chapter 69. Tomorrow I will ask Gao Chang to fire you. As for the legal person of the company, Su Yang decided to do it himself. With business deduction skills, he is really not afraid of taking any risks, and even if he is not a legal person, as the actual controller of the company, he can't escape if something big happens. At the same time, Julong Headhunter quickly recommended 10 talents suitable for general manager of catering companies to Su Yang. Almost all of these talents have served as management in catering giants or catering chains, with at least 10 years of work experience. They are all talents that Su Yang needs. Jiang Zilin also admitted that as long as he is given a little more time, he can find more. At this stage, what is lacking in China is not management talents. What is lacking is bosses like Su Yang who want to start a business. Soon after the company was registered, Su Yang's interview work was also coming to an end. His interview was very simple, and he first explored the other party's management level, then find out the other party's business philosophy and ask them what salary level they want. Finally, use business deduction skills to check the company's operating conditions after the other party takes the position of general manager. No matter how nice the words are, how rich the experience is, and how correct the answers are, it is better to put him in the position and see the results. Finally, Su Yang chose Ji Guoxiong, a 45-year-old local of Rongqing. Ji Guoxiong has more than 20 years of experience in catering companies. He has master-level management and operation skills for large catering chains and master-level supply chain optimization skills. He once served as a regional manager and management of a domestic catering giant. Later, he resigned and co-founded his own catering brand, but ultimately failed. After the failure of his business, he also served as the general manager of a medium-sized catering chain. 2 months ago, the catering chain went bankrupt and he lost his job. Although this guy's resume is a bit miserable, after he was put in Zhoxiang Catering, his performance was quite good. Ji Guoxiong is not the best among the 10 interviewees, but he is the most suitable for Su Yang. For example, a 35-year-old interviewee named Su Tian has proficient-level management and operation skills for large-scale restaurants, as well as proficient-level restaurant branding skills. Section 90. You are listening at novelfull.audio. But he asked for 5% of the shares. It's not that shares cannot be given. Su Yang has already used business deduction experiments. As long as he controls more than 50% of the shares, the system will mechanically determine that Su Yang is the boss of this company, and the salaries and wages of employees can still be returned. But because Zhoxiang develops better and better in the future, Su Tian will eventually part ways with Su Yang because of the opening of franchise stores. Su Tian is very ambitious. He is an excellent person with good business philosophy, which is suitable for most bosses, but he is not suitable for Su Yang. The catering company has no control over the franchise stores. The salaries of franchise store employees will not be returned to Su Yang. Su Yang not only wants to make money, but also wants to have more employees and unlock more rewards. It can only be said that the two sides have different ideas and are destined to be apart. On the contrary, Ji Guoxiong's personality is more peaceful. He didn't even mention the shares. As long as the annual salary was 600,000, he was attracted by the high salary offered by Su Yang. Otherwise, he would not have liked Su Yang's restaurant. At his peak, Ji Guoxiong had an annual salary of 1 million. However, after a series of setbacks, his requirements gradually decreased. Su Yang talked to Ji Guoxiong about his plans, mainly about not opening franchise stores in the future. Ji Guoxiong said that he could accept it completely. Ji Guoxiong also asked Su Yang how much money he had prepared to start a catering company. Su Yang said that he had prepared at least 10 million in startup funds, and the funds would be received in succession. Hearing this, Ji Guoxiong was slightly excited. After all, no matter what company you open, funds are very important. However, when signing the contract, Su Yang took the initiative to give Ji Guoxiong 5% of dry shares. In order to stimulate the enthusiasm of Ji Guoxiong, an old comrade in his 40s, after commercial simulation and verification, giving Ji Guoxiong 5% of dry shares can probably increase the company's development speed by 20%, and the company's profits will also increase to a certain extent, but if more dry shares are given, there will be no cost-effectiveness. Dry shares only have dividend rights and cannot be resold. After Ji Guoxiong leaves the company, the shares will be taken back by the company. It has no impact on Su Yang's control of the company. The most important thing is that 5% of the dry shares belong to the category of employee benefits. The system will return the same amount of money to Su Yang as Ji Guoxiong gets. In addition, this can be regarded as a reasonable tax avoidance using the system rules. According to the law, Su Yang, as a major shareholder, must pay taxes when he takes money out of the company, at least 20%, but if Su Yang gives 5% of the dividends to Ji Guoxiong, then Ji Guoxiong will pay the taxes after the dividends. For example, Ji Guoxiong gets 100,000 yuan from dividends, and he has 80,000 yuan left after paying taxes, and Su Yang gets 100,000 yuan from the system. There is no tax evasion, but he reasonably uses the rules to fleece the system by 20,000 yuan. Ji Guoxiong is very happy about the 5% dry shares Su Yang gave him. For him, this is a pleasant surprise, and he feels motivated. As soon as he signed the contract with Su Yang, his loyalty reached 76. After signing the contract, it was confirmed that Su Yang wanted to do something big. After consulting with him, Ji Guoxiong began to gather some of his old local subordinates to supplement the company with some manpower. Some of his old subordinates were unemployed, some were not satisfied with their original companies and were willing to switch jobs and follow. After all, the salary offered by Su Yang was very attractive. At the same time, Ji Guoxiong suggested that Su Yang recruit 2 more vice presidents from the headhunting company. He also suggested that he send a trustworthy financial officer, which was the most important thing. Chenli was just in the rental house. Su Yang was lying on the bed, touching her long hair and said, "You have made great progress recently, and your body has become much healthier." Chenli raised her head and rolled her eyes at Su Yang. She heard Su Yang's subtext. "I heard that you have a share of 30,000 yuan this month." In recent days, Chenli has recruited people to the gym again. "This is the money I should get." "I know." After a period of getting along, Su Yang found that Chenli was also very strange. Usually, she seemed to have completely disappeared, and never took the initiative to call Su Yang, but when Su Yang looked for her, she would not refuse. Sometimes, he didn't know who was playing whom. "I set up a catering company." "Yeah. I need a financial officer." Ji Guoxiong asked him to find a trustworthy financial officer, but Su Yang thought about it and it seemed that only Chenli could do it. None of his relatives knew finance. The financial officers of the gym were either too young or had low education. It is estimated that they would not be able to control the situation if they were put in a catering company. In fact, he could not send a financial officer, but he was afraid that Ji Guoxiong would not be at ease. Judging from Ji Guoxiong's recruitment arrangements, he deliberately did not want to take sole power. Chenli whispered, "I think working in a gym is good." She really felt that working in a gym was good. She was very efficient at work, and she could finish all the things in half a day. She would go to the gym in the remaining time, learn yoga and aerobics with the fitness coach. When she was tired, she would go back to the office to be in a daze and watch TV series. Every day, as long as Su Yang doesn't come, she can fall asleep before 10 or 11 o'clock. She wakes up on time around 6 or 7 in the morning. She doesn't suffer from insomnia, her hair doesn't fall out, and her menstrual period is stable. Her skin is getting more and more radiant, and she feels several years younger. She often pulls a chair to the office window, drinks juice, and basks in the gentle morning sunshine, and feels that this is the life that people should live. She recently went to the pet market and plans to buy a pet. However, she hesitated between raising a cat or a dog. As for the matter with Su Yang, she has let it go, she has been single until 29, and she has been mentally prepared to never get married for the rest of her life. At least her life is not bad now. 20,000 monthly salary. Hearing the 20,000 monthly salary, Chen-Li looked at Su Yang and pursed her bright red lips. She hesitated. 20,000 is still very tempting to her, even though she can get 30,000 this month. Those are all the connections she has accumulated in the past. She looked at Su Yang, expecting him to offer a higher salary. If the money is enough, it is not impossible for her to work in a catering company. Tomorrow I will ask Gao Chong to fire you. You bastard.